Hey guys, so I'm filming this at the end of my video, but I'm going to put it in the very front. Really quickly, I want to know, does anyone see ads on my channel? I don't monetize my channel, and I'm curious if you see ads during my videos. I've noticed on a few people's videos, like I'll see like 2 ads and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm wondering if you guys see ads, because I am not monetized and I don't know if they're still playing ads on people's videos who are not monetized. But I'm curious to know if you see ads. So let me know, please. I'm curious. I kind of want to look into that a little bit more. My dog just burped. Okay, back to the regular video. You're going to hear my regular intro. I just wanted to put this in the front so I could ask you guys. All right, see you guys soon. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a warm reviews. I have quite a few things. I left out Second and Spruce though, because we're still in the middle of that warming challenge. And I just want to say to anyone that's joined in, and even if you haven't joined in, just the community support around Second and Spruce right now is just really exciting. And I love seeing all the people participating, and it's just been really great. So thank you if you've been over there. If you don't have Second and Spruce yet, I highly recommend her. She has been doing amazing in my home. What else? Oh yes, my last video. Okay, let's talk about my last video really quick. My Super Tarts haul. I have to apologize. I was so discombobulated in that video. I think I had so many like items to get through. I was trying to rush so that the video wasn't super long, when in theory I probably should have just cut it into 2 parts and done it that way. I also had a pretty severe vertigo attack, like right as soon as I turned off the camera. Actually, I was going to turn off the camera, and you can actually see the camera go like this, like because I was trying to like catch myself. I cut that part out obviously, but I kind of caught the attack on my camera, and I was just like, whoa, like it felt like it lasted a lot longer than it did. But even the dog Chamsky like came and jumped on me and like was like concerned. So I wonder if the vertigo attack was like ramping up while I was doing that video. I was talking super fast. I don't know if I was just super excited or what my deal was, but I apologize. Next time I should have just cut the video and just redid it, but it was so like long and I had so many items, and I was just like, I don't really want to do that again. So I just tried to chop it up as best as I could and cut out any weird parts. So we are going to go ahead and get into this. So just to give you some context, our AC has been running pretty heavily, but there's been a few scents that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the AC up so that I can really see what the scent is doing, because sometimes I feel like the AC blows out my living room area. And I'm also going to get another warmer and add it into my living room for the summertime. I feel like that's what needs to happen. All right, so let's start with L3. The first one I have here is Birthday Cake Black Ranger. This is blackberry jam butter cookies and marshmallow pound cake. Now I recently saw a video, somebody else's video, where someone commented, I think it was Dana, and this finally made sense to me, and I don't know why it made sense to me, but a light bulb went off in my head. She said that blackberry jam butter cookies smells artificial to her, and I was like, that is it. That is why I can never describe what blackberry jam butter cookies is. I always say when I talk about blackberry jam butter cookies is if you smelled it, you know what it smells like. I've never smelled a blackberry jam butter cookie, and I don't know that it would smell like this. So I actually want to make blackberry jam butter cookies just to see what the hell they smell like, because every time I smell a blackberry jam butter cookie, I'm always like, I like the scent, but it's not like a real smelling cookie to me. It's never been. It's got a very distinct smell. Oh gosh. Chamsky, come here. He's getting into my, he always like, as soon as I start a video, he chews or he starts to get into trouble. And he found my L3 box and it has those peanuts in it. And he always like tries to snag a peanut and run with it. It's like he's getting into trouble. Come here. So blackberry jam butter cookies, I think I'm going to stop buying it so much, because I find that when I warm it, I just like, I like it, but I don't like love it. So I think it's time to call it quits with blackberry jam butter cookie. Like I'll still have some in my collection. I do feel like the marshmallow pound cake kind of tones this one down a little bit, but to me, blackberry jam butter cookie has always been like a dominant note whenever it's in a blend. L3 does some really great bakery blends. I had this going in my living room in 3 separate warmers, and it did really well. I don't know that I'd give it like a 9 or a 10 scent throw, but I would say it did. I would say it held heavy at like a 7 or 8 for most of the time I was warming it, which has been, I would say probably about 7 or 8 hours. It's been pretty good. This one, total surprise. This is Nocturne Alley. I love her scoops, especially in my kitchen, Scentsy Warmers. My kitchen is all Scentsy Warmers right now. I don't have any regular warmers in there, and at some point I'm probably gonna have to switch that, at some point, but the scoopables and just the regular Scentsy wax works really good for me. So this is Rainstorm and Marshmallow Fireside. So on cold, I was really like not loving how this was smelling. I kept putting it aside. I'm like, let's just warm it. This was so good. The Marshmallow Fireside really comes out. The Rainstorm, if you've never tried a Rainstorm, I really like it. I don't quite know. Her Rainstorm is kind of this unique smell, and I don't quite 100% know how to describe it. But if you've ever had it, you know. And the Marshmallow Fireside just came through really nicely on this one. Just the two together made this really unique scent. I don't know why I just never really liked it on cold, but this one did really well for me. I want to say, so I put it throughout my Scentsy Warmers. I have, let's see, how many do I have? 5? Yeah, I have 5 through like the kitchen and the dining room. I do that, and then I just put like a scoop of L3 or whatever scoops or whatever I'm warming. And that one, I want to say, when I turned it off, it was still going. Now, not as high of a throw as it was when it first started, but it was still there. You could still smell it. It was great. We had a lot of rain, and so it was perfect for that. Okay, I'm going to go in alphabetical order. So it's L3, and then it would be Rainbow Melts. Let's go ahead and do Rainbow Melts. So I did a snap bar in Just Hanging Out, and this is Clothespins, Clean Breeze, and Fresh Air. This one was really pretty. I really enjoyed this one. I do like the clothespins oil, so if you like the clothespins oil, I think this would be one you would really enjoy. It does have a bit of, like, I don't know what Clean Breeze is. I always think it's laundry, but this was not a laundry heavy scent. It does have kind of a, like a sharp, clean note to it. I feel like, was there an oil around at some point that was called like Clean Breeze that kind of had like laundry-esque scents to it? Because I kind of feel like maybe the Clean Breeze is very subdued in here. I don't, like I said, I don't get a strong laundry scent, but I feel like Clean Breeze, you know, I'll try to look it up and see, but I feel like there is kind of a little bit of like a really clean note coming through. But if I remember correctly, it was more heavy on the clothespins, which I prefer because I really like the clothespins scent. I would get this one again. This would be a repurchase. So that's my first empty. I've been trying to watch, like, I've been trying to count my empties. There's some of us that are doing like a low, well, some of us are doing a no by June. Some of us are doing a, no, sorry, let me back up. No by June and July. And there's others of us that are doing like a low by June. I'm doing a low by June. I'm just starting with that because I don't know that I can do a complete no buy with Super Tarts pouring again. I just don't think I can. And L3, I'm not really sure how I'm going to navigate L3. I'm trying my best to like work it out in my head to be like, okay, I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. Day by day, right? Rainbow Melts, my love. This one was so gorgeous. Fresh picked strawberries and vanilla ice cream cake. This one was a powerhouse. And not only that, but once it kind of died down, you know how all scents kind of like the scent kind of dies off? This one just kept going. Like I could still smell it and I was loving the scent. I love the squeezy wax. I put it in my Scentsy Warmers in the kitchen. Whatever strawberry oil she's using in here, it's just ice cream cake, whatever she's like mixing with that is so good. I'm like, I don't want to use the last little bit of it, but I will try to, I'll write it down in like a notebook to remember to repurchase this and wax because it was just that good. So I probably have, like if I squeeze it up, I probably have 2 more uses of that. You don't need much. The next one I have is lavender cream. This one's really good as well. I really like this lavender cream scent. This is lavender, vanilla bean noel, and sweet buttercream. This is kind of, it's a little herbal and it's a little sweet. You do get an herbal lavender from this, but it's not too heavy, just like the perfect amount. But I did want to mention that it does have a little bit of herbalness in case you don't like herbal lavender at all. If you've had her lavender cream before, let me know in the comments, because I feel like this one's kind of been around for a while. I feel like the vanilla bean noel and sweet buttercream just kind of sweeten that herbal down a little bit. Yeah, this one's pretty. Out of the 2, I really like the My Love the best though, and I would say I would get the Just Hanging Out. Yeah, is that what it's called? Just Hanging Out. Lavender cream, I might get again. I do have a lot of lavenders in my collection though, so I don't feel like I need a lot more lavenders. Let's see. Rainbow Melts, then Rosegirls. All right, so I had kind of I've been trying to warm through I've been trying to warm through my Rosegirls so that to try to get a better feel of how it performs. I have so much Rosegirls and I'm trying really hard during low buy June to not look at her list. Okay, let me start off with this. So Frosted Circus Animal Cookies is buttery cookies, sweet vanilla frosting, and sugar candy sprinkles. Okay, I've been begging for this scent to be repoured for like a couple months now. Every time she asks for requests, I ask for this one. All right, so, and of course that would be my luck that she's gonna pour it, because the first time I warmed this, which was probably a couple months ago, I'm gonna look and see when I actually ordered this because I'm curious now. The first time I warmed this, I freaking loved it. I thought it was so great. It was perfect. I warmed it in my living room. It was a really good cookie scent. If you like circus animal cookies, it was good. And then it had like the frosting part of it as well. So I went to warm the rest of the bag and I had enough to fill my living room warmers. I could not smell this. This was not the same experience I had the first go. I was just like, what happened? I loved this scent the first time. Has this happened to anyone else? Can anyone else confirm or deny this for me? That you warm a scent one time and it's great, and then you warm it again and you're just like, what happened? And when I'm smelling in the bag, I smell nothing. So I don't think her wax disintegrates that quickly. I just don't. So I don't know what it was. Where was that scent that I love so much? Where did it go? I turned my AC up so that the AC would turn off and I could, really get a good feel for the scent. I was just smelling like kind of a generic bakery scent. So I don't know. That one makes me sad though. I loved it. And now, like, if she pours it, I'm just going to be like, do I buy some or not? I don't know. So that's 2 empties I have out of 6. All right, the next one I have is Rosegirls Did Somebody Say Strawberries? Fresh picked strawberries, strawberry white cake, and strawberry pound cake. Okay, I loved this scent when it first started. I thought this is a really good strawberry scent. It was like a mixture of the strawberries. It was strawberry heavy. It was great. I went back into the bedroom. I did this in the bedroom this time. We have 3 warmers in there. I list down below where our warmers are and like what they are. So if you're ever wondering, I have that information most of the time down below. We have 2 Scentsy Warmers and a 24-watt Ashland warmer. I walked in, like, for the first 2 hours, I would say it was a powerhouse. I was like, oh, this is great. It's making the room smell great. I love it. I walked back in a couple hours later and I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, it's like died down to like, I want to say like a 5 or a 6 scent throw. Like, it was still present, but it just was not as strong as it was the first couple hours. So I was like, what the heck? So I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. I know at some point we're going to do a Rosegirls melting challenge. And I'm really going to test my Rosegirls and see like what's going on with some of these scents, because I was really confused by that one. I mean, did somebody say strawberries? Like a strawberry oil, especially 3 combined together, should be an automatic, pretty much like powerhouse. Not a powerhouse maybe, but like at least like a 7 or an 8 throughout, but I don't know. This one, on the other hand, this one did do really well. So this is Sunday Drive. This is sticky caramel, French vanilla ice cream, Indian sandalwood, and vanilla. So now Indian sandalwood is a scent that is new to me. It's very exotic smelling, in my opinion. I don't really know how else to describe it, but I would say this scent is more about the Indian sandalwood and the caramel. Now it's not the caramel like too sticky, too toffee, too maple. Like I know a lot of people have trouble with heavy maple and like heavy toffees. This is not a heavy caramel at all. If anything, it just sweetens this scent up a little bit. The Indian sandalwood really shines in here. I wish I could describe Indian sandalwood a little bit better, but the best way I can describe it is it's exotic. The sticky caramel really just comes in and sweetens up that sandalwood. I feel like it's a really nice contrast with that Indian sandalwood. The vanilla ice cream and the vanilla, I think, just probably sweeten it up even more. Maybe make it a little bit less like caramel. But again, it's not a heavy caramel. It's just more of like it's actually a really pretty caramel in here, I would say. A caramel that I can get behind. I would probably get this one again, actually. I have another blend that has Indian sandalwood in it. I'll have to try that one and see how it does. But this one was a solid, I want to say 7, 8 throughout the entire day. It lasted, I don't know how many like hours. I don't watch the hours too much, but I know that I kept it in all day. I turned it on the next day and I could still smell it. So pretty good longevity on that one. Okay, this one, on the other hand, I loved this one when I first got it. Quarantine 15. It's white cake, vanilla crunch donut, sugar cookie, and cherry almond. So the cherry almond, I have 1 cube left. I think I'm going to send it to a friend and see if she has the same experience with this one. But I did it in the living room initially, and the cherry almond really came out, and I was like, oh good, this one's doing really well. Couple hours goes by, could not smell the cherry almond. All I was left with was like the basic scents that you see here. But I couldn't even like discern like what white cake or crunch donuts was. It was just like a basic bakery. You know that basic bakery smell that I'm talking about? It's like you can't quite figure out what it is. It's bakery, but you can't smell like white cake distinctly. You can't smell that sugar cookie coming through. Yeah, the cherry almond in here is so good. It's like such a good scent, and then the cherry almond just dies off. I put some in my bathroom because that's a smaller space, and that 17-watt warmer I have in that bathroom is always like, it throws everything super well. So I was like, if anything, that 17-watt warmer is going to really like keep that cherry almond intact for me, and it did not. So this one will be empty. Like I said, I'm going to send this square to a friend to see if she gets the same if she can warm this better than I can. A couple of you have recommended a candle crock, and I'm so glad someone in the video mentioned it the other day, and I'm so glad that they did, because it reminded me, my friend had sent me a link for a candle crock, and I was like, I need to get on that. I need to get one. So Johnny Appleseed, this is one that I had initially warmed last fall, and I loved this one. This one is oak moss, amber, campfire marshmallow, and apple cider donuts. Now, I'm not the biggest apple cider fan. I kind of have to take it in doses, but I would say if you're not an apple cider fan, that you would need to try this one. Now, again, with this one was in, I have it in the bedroom and I have it in the bathroom right now. I started it last night. And again, the performance started out great, and then it just is slowly like mid. I don't know what else to say. The bathroom, I can't hardly smell it at all. Now I do the whole thing where I walk out of the room, I go outside, I go to a different space, I try to like clear my nose, I come back, smell it again, and I'm just not getting anything in the 17-watt warmer. So I don't know what's up with that. I warmed Super Tarts in the 17-watt warmer and it did great. So I don't know. So this one is, I would say it's a lot about the amber. I don't know that I smell campfire marshmallows. It's kind of like, it's apple cider, but it's not so bakery. It's almost like a, I wouldn't say body care. I'd say it's an earthy apple cider. It's really pretty on warm. It's just a different take on apple cider donuts or apple cider scents in general. Again, I feel like I smell the amber in there is what I feel like I'm smelling. I feel like it's a kind of a heavy amber, but it's It's pretty. If you get a chance to try this one, I would at least give this one a try, because I do feel like it's unique enough and different enough. Same with Sunday Drive, I would say. Sunday Drive is pretty, the one with Indian sandalwood. That one is pretty good as well. Unique, different enough to give another try, or, you know, to at least try, if that's what I'm trying to say. So this next one I have is Scentsy's Apricot Vanilla, and Apricot Vanilla is heirloom peach, apricot, and vanilla ice cream, tempt fate, and everyone else. It says it's one of Heidi's favorites. So this one was just okay. Like, I feel like it kept a steady, nice throw throughout my warmers, but I just wasn't like super, it just, I don't know, it just wasn't very strong. Like, it wasn't strong enough for me. I feel like it was just like a middle of the road. It did smell pretty what I could smell, but I've had peaches before that I like better, and apricot as well. I mean, it's just kind of, you know, it was just all right. I don't really have a lot to say about this because I wasn't like overly impressed. I did hear some other people talking about this and they said they really liked it. So in my head, I was like, why don't I like this one? But, you know, sometimes we all just have different experiences and scent preferences. Okay, let's jump into Super Tarts. I don't have a lot this week. I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter. I'm trying to do more warm reviews more frequently so that I can, you know, keep things in somewhat of an order here. It's like if I get too many empties, I feel like I get super long-winded. Lex is shaving cream, yuzu, and vanilla cream. Okay, this one in theory smells amazing on cold. I got like 0 scent throw out of this. I tried this, I think this was in a few melt reviews like a couple weeks back, and I was like, let me just try it again. This one, when you smell it on cold, it smells so good. This is a shaving cream I could get behind because that yuzu is so pretty, and then the vanilla just mellows out that shaving cream, but I really can't smell anything. Like I want to message Brandy and be like, hey, can you like, either this is just a bad bar, or I need to try it again, or I need to message Brandy and be like, hey, can you add some more like yuzu or something in there? I feel like it's such a good scent. And I feel like I could really like get behind this scent if it was working. But again, I could barely smell it. This is my second go at warming it, and it just did not do anything for me. So sadly, that was like, and that's very rare for Super Tarts to like not throw for me at all. Let's do Pirate's Booty real fast. So Pirate's Booty is one that I have been putting off because I just kept thinking, I don't think I'm gonna like that. So this is Boom Boom Cream, or Boom Boom, and Pink Sands Type. So Pink Sands Type is bright citrus tones, juicy fruit accent, sweet florals, and fresh greens. There's more to that scent, but I just wrote down like the basics. I didn't want to really get into it. And then of course we all know the Boom Boom Cream, which is kind of like a tropical body care sunscreen coconut type scent. This one really surprised me. I loved this one. I was really shocked. Actually, it's more fruity, which I had to look up Pink Sands. And if you look at the container, the clamshell, it's got the fruity. So on her clamshell, she'll put the picture of like what scent category this falls into, which I'm guessing this is fruity category. And I had never realized, I always thought Pink Sands was like a floral scent, but it's more fruity. So this one was very fruity. And then it's kind of the fruity kind of burned off. It turned into this really pretty, I want to say the Boom Boom Cream started to come in a little bit, and it started to smell like a really pretty scent. So I enjoyed this one. I don't know if it would be a repurchase, but it was nice. So if you have that in your collection, I would say warm it. Okay, Three-Eyed Raven. This one was so intriguing to me. So funny, I've been watching Game of Thrones clips on YouTube recently. I don't know why. All right, so the scent notes in this are redwood, rain, and moss. So there's a scent description. I looked up, I was trying to see what redwood's oil was just to like get an idea. So this is what it says. Let me just read this to you. I found a redwoods and moss fragrance oil. So let's see what it says. It's a step into a grove of majestic ancient trees with redwoods and moss fragrance oil. Inspired by the soaring redwood forests of the U.S. West Coast, This atmospheric scent opens with top notes of spicy clove and damp earth. Smoky embers add depth to a heart of pine rooted in base notes of cedar and green moss. Okay, so this one to me, what I smell, I know that's a big, like long description. I smell a very damp forest that does not get any sunlight at all. It smells like it's wet, it's damp, doesn't see sunlight. It's very like rich, like a very rich tree scent, but not like a birch or a cedar, or in fact, I don't know that I've had redwoods before. And maybe that's where my confusion is, because when I think of like woods, I think of driftwood, I think of birchwood, I think of white birch. I don't know that I've ever had a redwood. I would say this is kind of masculine. When I first smelled this, I thought it smelled like soap, which is an odd scent to be thinking of when you get this kind of scent, but I thought it smelled soapy. But on warm, it really comes out as like a very like damp forest smell. I don't know that I love this one. I don't get her rain in here either. The next time I warm this, I'll see if her rain comes out a little bit more. But initially, I don't smell her, like the rain that she normally uses. Maybe she used a different rain, I'm not sure. But this one to me was just a little too heavy. It was too green. It was too damp for my liking. But I love the name, Three-Eyed Raven. I was watching that scene again where, well, actually, if I say it, I'll give spoilers away. But Bran was in his wheelchair and Arya comes in and does something, and I was thinking of the Three-Eyed Raven. Anyways, okay, not important. Why do I do that? Merlin. So I found another oil because I was curious. I wanted to make sure that like usually when I warm something, I want to know like if I'm smelling the right things, or I kind of like to know what some of the fragrance oils are. So this is Silver Birch Cashmere Vetiver. I said in my haul video that this smelled like an upscale tree farm, like a bougie tree farm. So this is there's a scent oil called, I think it's called Silver Birch and Vetiver, I believe. Is that what it's called? Let me look. Silver Birch and Vetiver, which I think that's what she might be using here. I'm not sure. So the scent notes are, this is a scent that men will love. It's manly in the best way possible. A huntsman sits on his cabin porch, peeling an orange. Around him, the air is thick with the promise of a storm. The pine trees sway in the strong wind, pine cones falling to the earth with gentle thuds. Wildflowers dance in unison as the breeze sweeps over them. Silver birch leaves, clementine peel, and crisp ozonic notes are followed by pine cone accords and white geraniums, with a dry down of vetiver, sandalwood, and sequoia woods. So that is a lot to take in. This one to me just smells, I feel like I'm really getting silver birch. And I don't know that this site is like really saying what silver birch smells like. I mean, I guess it does lean masculine if I had to like give it a category. It does have a tree note to it, but not the typical tree that you would think of. I think silver birch is probably different than like the white birches, driftwoods, those kind of scents. I really love like cedars and like oak and driftwood and stuff. So this one's kind of a little bit deeper for me, but I like this. This one is really good. Cashmere, I think it's probably like supposed to be like a cashmere sweater. I don't get a lot of vetiver in here. I don't feel like it's vetiver heavy, but I do feel like this one is a must try if you like masculine or like maybe even earthy or tree scents. I feel like this one would be at least a must like try once. All right, almost done here. So this one I tried again because I am having the hardest time with coffees, Super Tarts coffee. Coffee in general has just been rough for me. I don't know why. So it's Fake and Bake, which is zucchini bread, sugar cookies, and sweet cream, and then Mug Life, which is Starbucks coffee, vanilla ice cream, and creamy pecan pie. I used to love Mug Life. Like, I loved it. I always had it in my collection, always warmed it. Fake and Bake, of course, I love. When it first started, I was like, yes, I can handle this one. This one is great. After a little while, probably like 2 hours in, I was like, ugh, I cannot do this coffee. Coffee mixed with bakery is a great way if you don't love coffee to kind of mellow it out, but I can still smell that coffee. Yeah, it smells so good. Like I want to love this because I'm cold. It just smells amazing. I might have to just resort this to like a different room that I only like walk into a little bit because I can't handle this like in my main living area. If you like coffee scents though, this one is one to try. I would 100% recommend this scent. The pecan pie is good in there. It's too coffee for me. But like the pecan pie is good. It's with the fake and bake. It's perfect. It's a great bakery coffee. If you like those scents, 100% recommend. It's just not for me because of the coffee. Hate to say that. So Surfside Sweet Shop is birthday cake, marshmallow cream, butter cookies, cake batter, and beach treats. Ever since my vertigo incident, I'm having trouble seeing. I don't know what's going on. My eyes are like all wonky. I think it's just temporary. I've had some migraines too, so I've had a little bit of vestibular migraines. I've also been sleeping up as well. Like I feel like if I lay down, I'll throw myself into full-scale attack. If you've ever had like a full-scale vertigo attack, it's like you can't walk. You have to crawl everywhere. It's that bad. I remember the first attack I ever had, I literally had to crawl to the bathroom for 2 days. Could barely like stand up. It was awful. So I must be the only person in the world that does not like this scent. Spoiler alert, I don't know why I don't like this. I don't know if it's the beach nights or her beach treats or what it is, but I really want, and I kept hearing people say that the birthday cake was strong in here and that the cookies and the cake batter, and that's really what I need more of. I need more of the cake batter and the birthday cake. But all I smell in here is beach treats or her beach nights. Maybe it's okay on warm, like I can handle it, but it's just not my favorite. So this one I will warm and, you know, I'll enjoy it a little. It'll probably be like one that I'll try to warm like in the bathroom. Like I feel like that's a good place for that one, like where I could just enjoy it a little bit here and there. But as far as like in big like spaces, I don't want to do it. Okay, I just have 2 more things. I just wanted to show this really just to give you like a little like not a disclaimer, that's not the right word. So if you buy Super Tarts perfumes, do be careful when you're spraying them. I was going crazy with the spray, and what happens is the labels start to, I think she just prints them probably on her, printer. And so when the oil hits the color, the color runs. So my other perfumes look perfect, and I've been spraying the hell out of those. So I don't know what happened with this one in particular, but I think this was my first bottle, and I just went nuts with it. So a lot of spray would like end up all over the place. Mango Pink Champagne is a sweet blend of bubbly vanilla champagne, raspberry, cranberry, and I think it says and mango. Yeah, that would make sense. This one is really good. It's not one that I would need again, but it's a nice, I haven't had the clamshell in a while actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but it's a really nice, like good perfume. Yeah, I like this one. I think the vanilla champagne is a nice addition to the mango and the like the fruity notes. So that is great. Not one that I necessarily need again, and I just wanted to show this again. I feel like I always talk about this, but I feel like it's worth it. This is Lush Silky Underwear. It's a dusting powder. Here in the South, it gets so humid. I use this like around like where my bra straps are, to keep, just to keep like, I mean, like what can you say? It's humid. You get hot and sweaty. So like sometimes I'll put this on like my arms. I love the scent of this, by the way, as well. It's kind of like a jasmine. Oh yeah. It says sophisticated jasmine scented powder, cocoa butter, and then it leaves the skin soft, smooth, and sexy. It really does leave your skin really soft. And I feel like there's cocoa butter in here. Yeah. I've tried the not the baking powders, the powders from the store. I think I have the honeybee one. What is that called? Burt's Bees. That's what it's called. I have the Burt's Bees at in my closet, my makeup closet, and it doesn't, like, it leaves my skin. It's not as like good as this one. This is kind of pricey, but you don't need a lot. But I do feel like I kind of go through these quick in the summer. I love the scent of this though. So, okay, so I think that is it, you guys. Thank you for sticking with me, and I'll put at the end here how many empties I actually finished, because I feel like I didn't finish that many, but I did finish a few. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope everyone is having a fabulous week. Today is the 29th, I believe. The 28th or the 29th. I'm not sure when this will go up, but yeah, I'm ready to pop into June. We are doing the Second and Spruce challenge, and then I think after that we're going to do the Pharmacist's Daughter. So if you're in her group and you want to join along with us, please do. I've loved the interaction on the Second and Spruce. You guys have really like shown up and shown out, and we love that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know any of your thoughts on any of these scents. I'm curious to know. I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye guys.